And here we are. This is the back side of the island. Why are you... Oh, okay, you were just crawling on the ground for some reason. This is the windmill. There are some enemies over there. Alright, we're taking care of them. Nice. Then there are just some spideys left. Nice, that spider is gone. So yeah, let's sleep for a second. So yeah, that was plan number 1, is finishing this island here. Then we have 2 more things to think about. So let's take a little bit of a flight to look at some options. Alright. So, problem 1 is we do want to replace this messy patch over here that I call home and replace it with an actual house. I did, however, decide to make it a little bit weird. So we're gonna probably make something like a dollhouse, like a Barbie dream house or something, in the sense that it is something that can fold up completely. So it has a front side, and that front side will at the same time be the entire door. So both of the front wall is gonna split in 2 and open up basically on hinges, so that it is flying friendly. And for that purpose we're gonna make it probably a little bit bigger than the footprint that we have available here. So maybe a little bit more to the front, so that I can go to the side here where this jacaranda tree is and where this purple archwood tree is, and then it's gonna require some open space in front of it so that it can open up. And that's what we're gonna do. But I have no plans in regard to materials that I want to use, nor do I know the exact form factor. Well, it's gonna be a wide rectangle so that the front area can open up and have a big playing space, so to speak, available. And then we're gonna have it be sufficiently tall so that I can put all of the rooms that I want inside of there. So we don't really need a storage room because we have our storage over there. We just need to get rid of all of this storage there and put it in there. That's also a plan, by the way, that I have for the medium term, for neither the long nor the short term, somewhere in between, is that we're gonna upgrade this storage space so that this floor here, this checkered floor pattern here, is gonna become an elevator, and it's gonna reveal a second layer of storage downstairs, essentially, so that we can fit in all of the items that we got over here. So that's the plan, yeah. The other building that I was talking about that we want to start soon is the greenhouse. And I was thinking, well, either we're gonna put it right here, like there, and we're gonna need to deforest a little bit, or we're gonna put it in another sky island next to the Filgodink island. I'm not sure about which option we're gonna go for yet. I'm thinking maybe really we're gonna cut open a little bit of a space around here and make it there. We already do have a path available there that we can just connect to. That would be nice, I think. Yeah, something like that. But first things first, we're gonna get the details on this thing correctly. So let's do that. I'm also gonna refill some of the fuel here. Okay. Then we gotta clean up some inventory, I suppose. Or we just gotta actually light up the area on the... Oh, hi, how are you doing? We're just gonna light up a bit of the area on the flying island here. I hope you recognize this place. This is supposed to be from the Gorillaz music video Filgodink. That is... they do have a floating island in that kind of shape right there with a windmill on there. But turns out that this space is big enough and dark enough to spawn plenty of mobs. So we will have to light it up a little bit and just torch spam it a little bit. I hope that doesn't detract from how cool it looks. So the trees that we got on here are so far custom. I like building my own trees out of in a small scale. I like to build custom tiny trees. And we also got this tree over here, which is these two here are naturally grown. They are not custom. They look a little bit more chunky. And these look a little bit smaller, which was the intention because these are smaller trees on the reference image as well. So that was intentional. So yeah, I hear you've been starting up your own Minecraft server recently. How's that been going for you? Stone block it was, right? Not in the sense of the actual block, but in the sense of the mod pack. Alright, that's enough lighting for now. I really like how this windmill looks. It looks pretty much perfect. So, what are we gonna do next? So I've been making these trees out of customized blocks. So we got polished blue archwood planks and archwood fence. Archwood fence we still have a lot of. And there we go with archwood planks. But we still need to polish them. Okay, there are some polished ones here. And I'm gonna need a lot more of these leaves. Because we don't have many more of those. I'm just gonna go over here. Do I have shears in here? Let's see if I have shears in there. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, ignore the Darth Vader spawners as usual. those are non-lethal. I do not have shears in here, so we're gonna have to make ourselves some. Alright. Oh yeah, and I wanted to clean up my inventory, but honestly I'm too lazy now. Let's just drop all of the things we don't need into the trash can. Bamboo sticks, I don't know. Alright, so I want shears. Luckily I do have an infinite iron making machine, so these 2 iron ingots will not even leave a tiny bit of a dent in my inventory. I'm just gonna get 2 of these here, 1, 2. We have still 76 blocks of iron left in the storage, and there's gonna be plenty more if I would regularly just clear my boxes here. How much space do we have in this chest? That's the only one that I care about really that much. Okay, because if this one overflows, then stacks start to appear out on the ground, and those are not very efficient for the server. Alright, let's get crafting those shears. There we go. And let's take this tree apart. Hold on, let me take a quick sip there. To be fair, I think the background music is really fitting for Minecraft, so cause this sounds a little bit magical, a little bit mystical, and still modern, blocky, kinda like that. A skeleton just spawned. Interesting. Okay. So I guess we should take care of the skelly first. I'm not allowed to use my magic here due to restrictions. Now the skelly is moving, that is rude. And it even actually hit me. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, let's get the experience and leave the items behind. Alright. So I can't use my deforestation magic spell here, because that would just get rid of the leaves without dropping them. And this part of the tree is already in the other player's claim, so I can't shear down that tree parts over there. Okay, who's shooting at me? Come on now. Be friendly. Alright. My vehicle is very badly damaged, so let me fix that real quick. And also I'm hungry. Alright. Let me have a bite to eat. Okay, and then let's sleep again. Alright, continuing to take down this tree here. We're gonna take all of these leaves. That's what I'm really after. And then we're just gonna replant this tree a few meters to the side. Almost, yeah, okay, the shears are gone. So now we can't really do anything about those leaves anyway. So let's just do the rest with the deforestation spell. But I can't do it so close to the other claim. Come on. Yeah. So you see, the deforestation spell makes some quick work out of this tree. It's very handy so that you don't have to pick everything up by yourself. And we're gonna plant the next tree a little bit more to the side so that the claim doesn't cause any problems. Now just the last bit of cleanup manually. And these I already cannot destroy. These are already in the claim. So we're gonna make a few more shears. So I would say like 2 more of them. And this time we're gonna plant the tree right here. And another even more to the side. Like here. I don't have bone meal on me right now. Let's get some so that we don't have to wait for them to grow. Right. Right, the bone meal should be on the bottom of, hold on, no, we don't have a chest for that. Then we have some bone meal here, okay, that's good. Then let's get the iron. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2 shears. No, like so. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the twigs, we don't need those. Alright, and then let's get back to work. Over there. Right, there's the trees. Nice, there's a tree right there. another one right here. Good. So now let's get shearing. Alright, that's a bunch of leaves right there. I keep just damaging my flight vehicle over and over by ramming into tiny corners, and it keeps amassing massive damage. So I'm just gonna step out real quick and repair it. Nice. In the meantime, we're gonna deforest this tree. Nice. Nice. And that's a full inventory. What are we gonna get rid of? Nothing really. Let me just put this coal in there. Yeah. And let's take care of the second tree. Hello, Mareep. Alright, that's what we got our second shears for more shearing. Alright. How much more space do we have? Not much. I will just trash those 15 archwood planks real quick. And we're gonna put a stack of flaming archwood logs in the fuel compartment, so that we have a little bit more space. That's the downside of doing this on a hillside. You're gonna have to go many steps downward to pick up everything, which is probably easier if you are not on a quadcopter, but whatever. Alright, you all come with me, leaves. I'm gonna need you. Because we're gonna make quite a few more of these custom trees. And then we're gonna get rid of all of this. Alright, that's another full inventory. We can get some of those in there and then put another stack of those in here. And it's starting to get dark, so we wanna sleep. Alright. Yeah, I think that's all that I wanted. That's just well, interesting. Well. Alright. Let's take a quick landing and let's sleep. Right, now I got plenty of material. So we're gonna make a custom big tree over here. One that towers over these two a little bit. Out of these polished blue archwood planks again, and out of those fences. So we're gonna start with a shape like so, and we're gonna put the fences in the other hand slot. We're gonna have a big tree stump shape like so. You're gonna have to go, Pidgey. I'm sorry. You're gonna have a leaving chance of, yeah, nice, like that. So that's gonna be the tree trunk. Now we're gonna add branches to it. So one diagonal in this way, like so. I'm gonna make it connect like this. gonna be one of the branches, and it's gonna also split upwards at this point. And then we're gonna have it branch off right here as well. And it's gonna become thin very quickly, like so. That's gonna be the wood within our tree. Looks like a nice tree already, to be honest, but now we're gonna add leaves, which we're gonna put into this hand here. Alright, gonna add them in a way that the leaves are mostly around where the branches are. So let's make a solid shape right around this branch, for example. Like so. So this is just gonna be basically one disc of this shape. We're gonna add some volume to the front and the back of this shape. And see, we already went through an entire stack of leaves, so it's good that we brought so many. Alright, that's from the back side, then the front is gonna look similar. I still want the branch though to be fairly visible through the leaves, so we're not gonna make it too thick either. Yeah, it's already very hard to see. Then let's add a shape around this tree top here. And that's another stack gone. Round the shape off around here a little bit more. Nice, okay. Let's look at it from a distance. Yeah, we really gotta add a big leafy shape around this diagonal branch as well. So we're gonna start already here. Make this one really big. so. Let's fill in the disc again. Let's make it also big enough in this dimension here. And a little bit smaller on that side. Like so. Okay, we gotta check out the underside as well so that it doesn't become hollow. Yeah, because otherwise this would become hollow space, which is probably not gonna look that good on when you look at it. Let's add some more stray pieces of leaves throughout the body of the tree. Representing tiny twigs. Oh yeah, this side I forgot. We still need to do. Okay, yeah, I like how this tree turned out. There's already a caterpillar hiding on top of this tree, which they usually typically do. So that's a sign that the things went well. I mean, they just spawn leaves, I guess. So let's see whether we did everything correctly with lighting the island up. No, there are some proper dark spots around. So let's see. Let's fix those. Right under the tree. Over here. Over here. Over here. And I think now everything should surely be bright enough so that nothing spawns. Surely. And if not, my bad. Alright. Well, that's the big tree taken care of. Now we're gonna do a bunch of more smaller trees still. But they're gonna be really tiny. Because they are not supposed to really be here anyway. I'm just making them up because trees are nice. Gonna be a tiny tree like that. And another one right here. Like so. Tiny trees. Then let's take care of that fence. For that I'm actually gonna go back to a reference image to know where exactly it should go. So that's Feel Good Ink Island. Please show me a big reference image. Big, please. Big, please. C-Forces image, yes. Okay, there's just really a bunch on the ledge right here. So, but they look more like oak fences to me. So we gotta go home and pick the correct color of fence for this. We got a room for wooden things in our storage system, that's where we're gonna go. This is the room. And then we got oak planks here. We don't have many, we don't have much oak at all, actually. That's something we're gonna resolve in the greenhouse, not the grass house, the greenhouse. Where we're gonna have a section dedicated to the trees. Because right now we don't have an oak section at all. But yeah, let's maybe then make it out of fir planks. That's the second best we can do probably. So it requires... Hold on a second. First of all I need sticks, but I can make those out of these flaming archwoods here. Then I guess, well, let me rather take the fur from the automatic farm over here. Then they regrow automatically. Fur is here. Then let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. Right now we wanna craft some stuff. First of all we want those as planks. Then we need some sticks. So let's take these, oh hold on, these sticks. Right. And now we need, where did I put my fir planks? There. To go into a pattern like so. Come on, can I please do this correctly? Like so, thank you. And then we're gonna get fir fence gates. 30 of them, that should be a good number, yeah. Where did I get archwood button from? I don't need that. Okay. So let's get those fences done. They actually look pretty small on this image, but I think we're gonna opt for going 2 blocks tall with the fence anyway. And we're gonna have them staggered a little bit because they look staggered as well in the image. So they look somewhat like so, I would say. And I think there are no more fences really on the picture. I think they are really instrumental for the thing though. And I think with that the Figodink Island is officially done, I would say. So let me take a good screenshot of it. Yay. Okay, so that's that done. So then we gotta move on to the next project. So like I said, it's either gonna be my house or my greenhouse, and I'm thinking that the greenhouse will be more fun for the beginning. Either way, I'm gonna have some thinking to do before we continue building. And thinking always takes just a little bit of time. Alright. Well, I'm gonna close the reference image since we're done. We don't need it anymore now. So what are we gonna do? House goes here and basically hides the mess behind it. And it would have a back door that connects to the path. Okay. No, I guess we will start with the house for today. Okay, we're probably not gonna make it too big though, and we're gonna build it in a little bit of a weird fashion. We're gonna probably build it inside out again. So it's gonna look weird for a whole while. And first we gotta clear out the inventory, and I'm probably gonna do a toilet break before working on the house. So let's get rid of some stuff. Fur fence, polished blue archwood blocks. Can also go here, I guess. Archwood planks. Do we already have archwood planks? No, not here. Good, they're all in there now. Then we have here the oak logs, and then 1, 2, 3 further. Then we have here crimson planks. Then we have another free space. Then we're gonna put the flashing archwood logs in there. Of those. Okay, we have some more archwood fence, which is, this is fir fence. Then we need to get rid of the archwood fence as well. We don't have you in here yet. Archwood panel, also gonna get rid of. Here. Then we have a whole bunch of leaves still left, which are gonna go here. We have more than we need though. Yeah, let's fill 2 stacks with them. And these we are just gonna get rid of. Then what else can we get rid of? Some sticks. Are the sticks full? No, we can deposit some sticks. Very nice. And thus we have cleaned up the inventory. Let's also put the flashing archwood logs away. So this is for crimson stuff. This is for flashling thingamajig. Right. Good. Okay. Then let's take a quick toilet break. See ya. Okay, and here we are again. So, I have made the decision to make my house relatively small in comparison to the greenhouse, which is gonna be huge. I wanna make my greenhouse have literally sections, themed sections that you can walk through, while also being automated farm parts for these typical stacks right here, where you have a hot botany pot on top of a storage drawer or something like that. Yeah. That's gonna be the deal about the greenhouse. And the house is gonna be here-ish. So let's get rid of this tree to make a little bit of space. Yeah. Whoops, wrong book. Correct book. We might need to minimize our jacaranda facade here a little bit, unfortunately, which I dislike the thought of, but it's gonna be how it's gonna be. This tree also has to go. This is definitely in the way. Alright. So let's start by just drawing a line on the ground. Let's get some cobblestone for that, and we will remove the cobblestone later. So the cobblestone is in here. Let's just take a stack. That will be enough for now. So okay, a house can go up to here, I presume. So this is gonna be the back corner on this side. Then we're gonna have a little bit of depth, but not too much. Then we're gonna have, let's use these to symbolize the hinges. Not like that though, upright. And then we're gonna have, hold on, let's make these in different colors. And let's put some light over here and remove this. Alright. Let's see that it is at least somewhat sizable. Right, like so, that's good. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need divine insects. We're having a bit of frame drop stuff going on due to the machine over there. That's fine. Alright, then I want this house to open up from these hinges. So we're gonna make this part now almost flat, except they're gonna open slightly outward. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. And then eventually I'm probably gonna get my brother's help to actually make the mechanism and stuff. We will arrange things then. Alright. Let's use, what kind of block do I have a lot of that I don't need that much of? Yeah, gravel, well, that's not really feasible. Fire clay, I guess. Let's take a stack of fire clay. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't fall down. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we have a center block right here. Which is fine, because these could then be a row of target blocks, essentially, to open and close this thing, or something like that. Alright. So that you can imagine this a little bit. This is gonna be the shape of the house when closed, and these jacaranda log blocks are gonna be essentially like the hinges, and these red parts are the doors that will fold out, I mean. So we're gonna have to get rid of a few jacaranda trees at the front here, so that we can open and close the door without it looking, yeah, misplaced. So let's get rid of some, I guess. I think we can leave the flowers, because they will not be visually in the way, and they won't be destroyed anyway, because these will not be blocks when they are moving. So now, within this shape, I can go to a certain height and put my rooms in there. And we're gonna have a little bit of a back door over here that leads to this path. Yeah. That's gonna be the plans for the house. The greenhouse will not have any mechanical doors like that. They will just open and close like normal. So yeah. Let's, I think, start doing the interior of this house. So I think we're gonna start with the floor level being... let's get this thing for a sec. The floor level being essentially this. Hold on, let's get the tall lavender outdoors as well. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna need, obviously I'm gonna use dried kelp blocks as the flooring of my own house. I mean, come on. When if not then? So we go to the factory and get ourselves a bunch of those. Let's get 2 stacks for starters, and look how this machine immediately kicks into gear. God damn it, I just absolutely love the create mod. It's just so cool. And it already has half a stack just made from the rest that was available. Right. Again, don't expect anything that looks beautiful today. Today we are starting really from the interior in a way that it will look weird from the outside. And it will also just be a plain rectangular build because I don't want anything too complicated with the opening doors and stuff. Or actually, you know what, it would be a little bit fun if we made a little bit of a three-dimensional shape here. So let's reposition this block right here. Let's give it more space over there. If it looked a little bit three-dimensional like that, I think that would go very far. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Alright, let's eat a bit. And then back to the dried kelp. So, like I said, this will be the floor level, so let's get rid of some of the dirt here. Okay, no, you can actually stay right there. Yeah, you should stay right there. The house should be standing on something, at least as far as the visibility from the outside goes. So we're gonna make the underground here a little bit hollow, I guess. And we're definitely gonna surround all of this with dirt. Like so. Come on. Like so, please. And really, it's a small house, but I don't need many things out of a house. You see that the footprint of this mess wasn't that big either. And we're gonna have height to this thing, so it's gonna be a lot more spacious, I think, anyway. And that's where we put our first layer of dried kelp. Then we're gonna think about what kind of rooms we really need in this house. Sleep for a second. Oh, it's not dark enough yet. Oh no, it's not really dark at all yet. It just isn't lit up here. Alright, that was one stack of dried kelp blocks already. It really is a blessing that I got now a proper machine dedicated only to dried kelp that runs on far higher speeds than what we had before. Alright. It's gonna be it from the outside, from the inside. I think we're gonna start partitioning the areas now. So we're gonna probably need a proper dyed wool farm eventually, so that we can get cool colored wallpapers and stuff, which you don't really have right now. Hold on, let me quickly check how cherry logs would look pretty nice. Cherry logs, okay. So let's maybe go on a little journey for some cherry wood. Okay. I'm not even gonna make much space in my inventory for that. Just a little bit. And then we're gonna use the compass. Do I have it in my backpack? No, that's not where my backpack is. That's where my backpack is. No, I do not. Brimstone would also be an interesting material, but not now. Now I need cherry stuff. Okay. You go in my toolbox as well. We have the nature's compass right here. That should be able to point us to a cherry grove. There we go. Start search for that. Oh yeah, well, we do have cherry trees right over there. That's true. I wouldn't have needed to search for that, I guess. But that is all claimed, isn't it? Isn't that all claimed is the question. No, it's not all claimed. There is some cherry stuff outside of it. Okay, cool. Then I guess let's get some cherry wood. Let's also finally rename this shulker box to Numbis, not Tinumbis. Numbis toolbox. There we go. Alright. Let's get moving over there. I'm not gonna take the quadcopter for this distance. That's just a quick flyover. You are a maskiff. Interesting. This gate looks really cool, but these are logs, right? So I shouldn't use the deforestation spell over there. A Persian. Interesting. Let's get you to Timbernate again. You belong to me. And I will redeploy the tree right away. There's another sapling over there. Alright. It's a relatively big cherry tree, huh? Alright, you know what? You go down. There's something really quite lovely about the cherry biome, to be honest. Ooh, nice. A black horse, or a dark grey horse, I suppose. Jump height 2.39, speed 12.8. I don't know how that compares to my own horses. Get enough height to fly back home, because over here starts the area where I am not allowed to fly anymore. Alright, so Husnigen, how fast and how jumpy are you? You are slower and you jump smaller, so you are a bad horse, I guess. But you're my horse, so you are good. Oh yeah, let's pick some apples. This tree is bursting full. This whole survival time I've been surviving basically on nothing but apples. Hold on, what do I have in my second pocket? I have an adventurer kit. I don't need it right now, to be honest. But I can put it in the curio slot as well, I think. Do I still have apples on here? Hold on, what quality is that potato beetle? 25. So, no efficiency modifier. Interesting. Okay. Cool stuff, cool stuff. We also have an apple tree over there that I could take care of. Every now and then, at least. Yeah, that was just double the apples. Again. These accessories are so broken sometimes. But I'm not complaining, since I use them very much. Alright. Don't shove me down like that. What's your problem, dear? Alright. We have a little bit of cherry logs now. Enough for the intent and purpose of one bedroom wall. You stop that! Okay, hold on. You die. You die now. Goodbye. You don't get to bully me around. Anyway. Cherry log. So we're gonna have a 4 wide bedroom so that I can place a double bed in there for comfort, you know. And these are gonna be walls. Now we decide how tall one story will be as well. Alright, that's too tall, I guess. I mean, that's 4 blocks tall. No, I want it to be higher, to be honest. We're gonna make it this tall. I think that will look better. Yeah, that will look better. I'm just more of a fan of tall rooms and high ceilings and big windows like that. So I guess we gotta just get a little bit more cherry logs, which is fine. Anyway, I do want my bedroom wall to be pink like this. Oh, it matches so well with the dried kelp green. That goes together so well. Okay, so we're gonna keep that. Maybe we're gonna do all of the interior walls with this color. That could be. In that case, we really need to get a cherry tree operation going immediately. Alright. The playlist has ended. So we gotta start from the beginning. We're 1.5 hours into the stream right now. So we go a little bit more. We're not gonna keep it that short today. Yeah, I was at creating another one of these stations here. So give me, I guess, one of these planks and one of these. And we shall put you here immediately. Okay, hold on. We have another cherry log. I'm gonna put that down immediately so that I don't forget about this block or that it doesn't despawn. Right. Another drawer in there. Then we're gonna need another hop botany pot. One of my favorite things. We're gonna need so many of them anyway. I really want to find a Badlands at some point just to get a really massive amount of terracotta, because I do have some automatic hopper botany pot, I guess some automatic terracotta making stuff, because we get clay bars out of this machine. but it's just very slow and I need to manually empty it every time. Which is a bit of a problem. So, let's see, do we have bricks? Not here. Probably somewhere here, right? We probably have some bricks around here. Bricks. Bricks. Come on, we surely must have bricks. Surely I'm just being silly here. Do I really need to smelt some thingamajig? Okay, sure, whatever, then let's do that. Let's... Hold on, you don't have mending, right? You don't have mending. But you have mending, so let me take you in the offhand real quick. And you have mending as well, so you go in main hand then. Yes. And... we're gonna... do something. We're gonna take a stack of clay balls and put them in here manually. And now watch our tools get completely healed. Okay, the axe didn't get healed, but the pickaxe did. So that's good. Alright, then you go back into the main hotbar. Right, and you are making some bricks right now, that's good. Honestly, we just need these 3, but it makes sense that we get some more. We need a flower pot. Then we need some iron. Iron. Some iron. There we go. Give me 5 of those. Perfect. I will put away the stone that I have. Oh no, we have too much stone in there. Okay. Then I will just, I guess, trash the stone that we have here. Yeah, so then we need a little bit of wood. So basically just 2 of these. Put them in there. For these and to make this. Then we put this here, put those like so and so. Then hopper, flower pot, terracotta, and we get a hopper botany pot. The rest of the terracotta we keep, of course. Let's put them just in here for now. And there we go, hopper botany pot on top of this. We need a bit of that. And cherry sapling. And there we go, there we have the cherry wood farm. And let's accelerate this just a little bit to get this going. Yeah, there we get it, that's the wood. Perfect. And it already produced the sapling, which I don't need. But that's good, we do have a tiny cherry machine now. And we have already 8 cherry logs in there. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's take 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I miscounted. I need 9. Okay. So 2 more. Then let's move this over over here so that I can jump on more easily. Let's see how this looks from the front, just from the proportions. Yeah, that's a solid room. Okay. Then let's put the next story on the top already, I would say. I'm gonna take some more from the dried kelp blocks from the factory so that it regrows more, because then it will have more space. Right. I love how it immediately kicks into gear. Dum 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 dum. Same would happen basically here. If I took something out, it would immediately come out, then sploosh, 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 sploosh. And also tuk 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 over here. Yeah, I will just throw a stack of grass blocks in the trash just to show you what happens. Immediately splooshing. And once the splooshing is done, you saw I did it. And if I take one out of here, it will go tuk 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 even faster. Nice, we love to see it. And it's already immediately full. So you see we have enough automatic dirt and grass for any floating island that we will ever need. Because we're gonna make some more for sure. There was the possibility of putting my house or the greenhouse on the floating island as well, but I like to have the bottom, the island surface, a little bit more populated as well. So I'm gonna put the two on there for now. We already got 9 cherry logs here, so let's get those last 2 for that wall over there. And let's jump up. Up. Then let's put the floor on top. Too wide, isn't it? Yeah. No, we still need one more block here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's getting rainy and the night comes soon, but not soon enough. Side of the wall. Yeah, that's it. Then we go in that direction. Alright, is it late enough to sleep yet? Yes, it is. Very nice. Alright, that's of course the floor of the second story. Let's have a bit of a flight through there. So this is gonna be it. The house. Whoops, that is not the screenshot button, that was leaving the game button. Right. Alright, I think in the end this house could look very good. We just have a while there. Right. Also, we don't have any light in the bedroom right now, so that's an issue. Also, we generally want to connect these rooms up like so, and we're gonna put some lights next to the door right here. Then we're gonna finally move the bed. Right. It's gonna be right here. Oh yeah, I wanted to make two beds, correct. Do I have some wool? Or am I a fool? No wool in here. I don't think I have wool then. Yeah, I really urgently need to make a sheep farm as well. Maybe I will make that before the greenhouse even. Alright, let's take out the shears and get some... Oh, we do have our shears still out. And let's get the wooling. I don't want to make a wool out of myself. Can I shear you? Are you just in the right space? Yes, yes you are. That's 2 wool already. I would like to shear you as well, please. Well, that's plenty. Thank you. Oh, well, I need to craft the bed first, of course. Right, so... I guess let's just get some wood from here. Drop 3 in there, put 1 in the garbage, and make a white bed. Go back there, and put the white bed down. Nice. Then we are gonna need some nightstands. I think we're gonna make some more stuff out of either bamboo. Yes, I'm gonna make flower pots with bamboo. Okay, so let's see whether we have end tables in particular. We do. We do have them out of cherry wood as well. So we just need this. I'm gonna bookmark this. Stripped cherry table on a log gives us a stripped cherry end table. So we need that, and we need that, and that's it. Okay. And we're gonna need 2 of those. So yeah, thank God for furniture mods, McCaw's furniture. Yeah. And we're gonna put a dresser here if we have one. Let's see if we have a dresser. We do have some from the Animal Crossing mod. We could take the green one, and that would fit in nicely as well. Let's see, so we need cobblestone, log, and any stone crafting materials, to be honest. Logs of any kind, and clay bars, and iron ingots for one. We take that as well into the favorites. Alright. But we also need this thing, the DIY workbench, which we can make very quickly. 2 iron ingots and a crafting table. Easy. 2 iron ingots and a crafting table. We do have 2 iron ingots left, very nice. Let's split up one of these blocks of iron into 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, okay, hold on, I just wanted, yeah, like that, exactly. And a crafting bench, so that's 4 pieces of wood, like this. Crafting table. Then we need to go to a crafting table, to a big grid. And put in the crafting table as well as the 2 iron ingots, and we get the DIY workbench. Very nice. And that's a trash can. I mean, we just put it down at a temporary place anyway, cause we're gonna move it inside the house eventually. But now, let's see. We can make all of these things with this stuff. This is the Tanuki DIY stuff is just so cool. Right, we're gonna make this thing, the green dresser. So let's get the materials. We need cobblestone, log, clay ball, iron. I need 1 clay ball from here. Only 1. I never said put another stack of sand in my hand though. I very clearly didn't say that, but okay. So can we just put it in and go on our ways? Yes, we can. Okay. Does it still have my green selected? My green dresser? No, it does not have it still selected. Okay. We need an iron ingot. Iron. Easy. 1 iron ingot. 1 log. We do have logs on us. And a cobblestone. We have cobblestone on us. So that should make a green dresser for us. Green dresser, please. There we go. A green dresser. I wanna put it in this corner here, like so. And it is in inventory, I guess. Which is not that necessary, but we have it anyway. Right, now to the 2 end tables. Those are a little bit more complicated, so we need 2 of those. So 2 stripped cherry logs, we do have those, and 2 cherry fences. I don't have the sticks with me, but I handily have some sticks right here. Then cherry. 2 of those should be enough, right? In order to make a shiny bumblebee has appeared. Interesting. Let's make those. Then this and this makes us a stripped cherry coffee table. Alright, let's take 2 of those. And then put more fences on the bottom of that. We can do that easily. Right, and then we need to put stripped cherry logs again under it. So those we get from here, 1, 2. Then we strip them, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get them again, and put them in here, like so, and so. And we have 2 stripped cherry end tables. And then let me sleep in my bed. Alright, let's put the end tables down. Here and here. Alright. That already looks pretty nice. I think I'm gonna put some cherry signs on the ends of this bed so that it looks less oaky and more okay. So we need more cherry wood. 2 of them to be precise. Then crafting table. Put you in there, get you out of there. Put you in like this. And get you out like that. There we go. Right, like so. No, I just want to put you on there. And on there. Right. Looks much better. Yes, I like it. Okay. Then I'm thinking we're gonna put a bamboo flower pot on this table and an alarm clock on this table. I think we do have alarm clocks, or at least some kind of tiny clocks from the Animal Crossing stuff. Okay, we have decoration alarm clocks. Those are one way to go. We would need, however, electronics gem for that. What else can we do? We can get an alarm clock from Tanuki Decor, which is probably cheaper to achieve. We have other clocks as well, but I'm thinking we are gonna get an alarm clock from Tanuki Decor. I'm thinking we are doing that right now, actually. Put you in there, get you out of there. We don't need you anymore either. So we're gonna make an alarm clock, which means we do probably have everything that we need, almost no, except the iron. So we need 1 more iron. We go here once again. There you go. Then here we go. Alarm clock, that's what we want. Get you in there. Get you in there. Get you in there. And get you in there. Alarm clock, please. There we go. Put you back in my inventory. And the pointers actually move as well. Do they move in sync with my tower? Yeah, they do. Look at this. The clock on my nightstand, on my end table, as well as the clock on the tower are perfectly in sync. That's so cool. That's really cool. Okay. Cool stuff. So then I want a flower pot here, we said. No problem. Let's get out of the furnace here. Three bricks. I didn't want all of them at once. Okay, well, let's put the other bricks in here then. And just get 3 of them. I'll put them into the crafting grid like so. Get 1 bamboo. And it should work. So we put the flower pot down and then the bamboo. Yeah! Love it. Okay, this is getting really cool. Okay. Do we have a TV? Because a bedroom with a TV would be nice. Okay, we do have TVs with stuff on them, even on news channel and stuff. TV on Minecraft channel. And they do move. TV on Chicken channel, TV on Netflix channel, it has a Netflix logo. Interesting. Those might be the best way to go then. Or we'll go with a flat screen TV from Modern Life. Which is 4 of any glass pane and an iron nugget. Well, that's, to be fair, very easy to do. We have glass over here. We need 6 of them for 1 glass pane. I accidentally took a stone out. I did not intend to do that. So let's throw it into the garbage, I guess. Here we go. Glass pane, please. Then an iron nugget. Iron nuggets are also in the storage. There we go. Take one of those. Here. Crafting bench here. There. This like so. Flat screen TV. I hope this is a 2-centered block. No, it is a 1-centered block. Alright, let's then maybe do the following. Let's maybe put it on top of the dresser. Yeah, that looks okay. It doesn't turn on or anything, but it is a flat screen TV, I guess. Nice. Alright. So, we've now been going for a little bit over 2 hours. So I'm thinking of stopping it here for today. Except we might want to start a little crafting room. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a little bit of a crafting room. You are the glass blower. You are gonna stay for now. Botanist workbench as well. these transforming tables we are gonna leave for now. The blaster table comes with me. The Tanuki workbench comes with me. And the normal crafting bench comes with me. Right. That's it for now. Those are gonna go into the common crafting room right here. So here is gonna be the blaster table. Then we need the crafting table. It will go right here. And the Tanuki workbench goes over here. Alright. Then it would be funny maybe, hold on, I think there is a train set from Tanuki Decor, exactly. I would love to put that there as well, on a big table, because this is like a tinkering room, and to be honest, a train set would fit in there as well. That is just for decoration then, but that kind of makes sense to me. We're gonna put it like here, I think. Alright, we're gonna need a few tables for that though. I don't think we will use cherry for that though. Do we have iron tables? No, this is just stable, unstable, smithing table, and smithing table. So we don't have an iron table. Do we have a metal table? No. A plastic table? No. Okay, what kind of funky tables do we have? That is cactus. That's a bedside table. What are these things? Oh yeah, those are the stable things. Port table, port table. Table of destruction, okay. They're all not quite it. Hellbug table would work. Transformation table. Make that out of a transformation coffee table of transwood log from the Twilight Forest. We are not gonna get that anytime soon. Yet. Yeah, I say yet, because we're definitely gonna go there eventually. Deadlock table. So deadlock I get from dead trees, I suppose. Don't know where those grow. Andesite carpet natural table? What is that? Okay, hold on. That's it. That's the one. That's the table that we want. Andesite carpet is carpet frame. Sticks around the carpet. So we need more wool. Then we have an andesite carpet. And a polished andesite carpet. Alright. Let's try doing that and then we're gonna call it a day. So we're gonna need to farm some more wool. I just put out my sleeping bag inside of my bedroom. And the alarm clock rings when you wake up. That's so cool. That's so cool. Nice. Okay, yes, wool. There's a volunteer right here, a volunteer. how do we make carpet? Is carpet just 2 wool blocks? Interesting. And hold on, we get 2 of them by surrounding 1 carpet by sticks. Okay, I think that's enough then, but we're gonna get some additional wool just for. Alright, so. Oh yeah, my crafting table is now in my crafting room, no longer on the outside mess. So, carpet, like so. Then surrounding the carpet with sticks gives us frames. Gonna take 2 of them, I think we need, because we need, oh no, we need 5 of them. So this amount. Alright, good. Then we need, and this, how do we make these? Just put 1 block of them next to it. Okay, got it. So then we need some andesite, which we got in our infinite andesite machine. We need 1 for the andesite itself, and then 1 from the stone cutter for the polished one. Stone cutter, where art thou? There you are. And I need polished one, please. Polished. No, that's polished cut. I need normal polished andesite. There we go. Then back to the crafting table. Right, so where we put 1 of these in and 1 of these in to get those. And then we need 3 of the andesite and 2 of the andesite. So those, I didn't need that many to begin with. Nice. So if I do this, or the other way around, I suppose. No. Furniture workbench. I need a furniture workbench for that. Okay, so that's just planks surrounded by an iron ingot. Sure, planks surrounded by an iron ingot. Planks surrounding an iron ingot. Right. Let's throw some stuff into the backpack here that we don't need right now. Okay, iron ingot. Over there. Alright, so that's D8 planks surrounding the 1 iron ingot. Get a furniture workbench. Okay, we're also gonna put this right here. Then we are gonna need... Okay, it shows us all the things we can make. We want these. Yes, I want 4 of those exactly. Nice. Okay, cool, nice. So we place them basically right here, like so. Exactly, that is exactly what I want. And then we're gonna need another iron ingot for the other Tanuki decor thing. So give me another iron ingot. We still have, I said 1. We still have 5 left, okay. Alright, then we go to the Tanuki workbench, which is also in a crafting room right now. And we want the trade set. Trade. set. Put everything in place. Get the train set. Get these back again. Oh, you know what? Let's actually leave them in there. It's not a stupid idea, because they make sense in there. And the train set goes. Okay, I guess it's a 3x3 block. Okay, so let's do things slightly differently then. We still need 5 more of these, so more carpet stuff. Carpet frame. Okay, we got more carpet frame. We can get more of these. Let's get 3 of 4. Let's get 4 of those, whatever. Let's just get 4 of those. I'm too lazy for counting these things now. And let's get 2 of them in there and get this thing in the jig. Right, now let's go back. Where's my house? There's my house. Right, go here. Put you there and you there. Get you 4 of those. Put you there. Get you 4 of those. Then we make more natural tables. Perfect. So we make this a 3x3 table then. Yes. And we put the train set in the middle. Okay, not in the middle, hold on. Like here. Yes, now it fits perfectly on the table. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, this house is gonna be kinda cool, yes. Alright, then here is gonna be our next wall, with the door being here. And yeah, but that's what I promised you. I promised you the natural table with the train, which sometimes makes noises, which is so cool. Honestly, the Tanuki Decor mod is really cool. I just love that this alarm clock actually rings when you wake up. And that the train does the little toot. Can I click it? No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Could have been the case. Can I do anything with you? No. Okay, we love that. We love that. Yeah, our house is coming together, even though it's nowhere near done at all. That's so cool. Okay. We're gonna call it a day though. And we're gonna continue next time. Yeah. We're gonna have more fun with decorating this house. It's really an unusual order to things, that you first put all the decorations and the floors and the walls, the inside walls down, and then afterwards you put in the exterior walls. But there's a reason for this, and the reason being that we first of all, again, I don't want to do these mechanics on my own. I want to call in my brother for help here. And secondly, I would love to just not worry about the building materials for now. Maybe limestone. Maybe limestone. We don't know yet. It's not gonna be a tall building, so we're not gonna do much texturing. We're rather gonna do patterns, like in the library, where you also have patterned walls, not textured walls, but we do have some depth in it. We're not gonna have too much depth in here. This is gonna be fairly rectangular, unless you open it up, at which point it becomes very depthy. Also on the sides, because it will be at a 90-degree angle here. yeah, it's gonna be cool, I think. Okay, but that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for everyone who was watching, and have a nice time. And I'm just gonna really quick see whether we're gonna raid someone or not. Let's see. Okay, we could probably stream manager. Nah, but it does not make much of a sense. Anyway, it's a nice gesture. Let's do it anyway. Start a raid here. Alright. And there we go. Bye bye.